callouts in a little bit, but we're gonna at the beginning of the game. I want to explain. You want to push out of the base, likely, maybe go P3. Either if your teammate doesn't go P3, you can go P3, pink tower, gold 2 on this fence, or front couch if you think you can dodge nades, gold 1. So most likely, you want to send 2 guys to the left and 2 guys to the right. It's most of the time the best play to do, but be careful on which way you push because obviously they're going to be pushing out in front of the base, and you got to watch out for anybody trying to sneak to your base.
Inside bomb center, one shot outside. I got another shot on Booba for you. Captain Weak. I'm looking blue spawns.
See how me getting gold 2 control is just being able to finish up kills on the opposite side of the map, and then I know they're spawning right here. I know they're spawning on me, and I know that I'm alone at gold, right? When you know that you're alone and you're not going to get help, don't try to fight a fight to the death. Like, I see how I just shot Sab twice and just backed up. Like, you want to do that a lot in Halo. When you know that you're not going to have help for a while and your teammates are on opposite sides of the map and they're in bad positions, you really don't want to fight to the death sometimes because, all kills are not created equal in Halo, and right now I'm just trying to buy time to get teammates to come help me and finish kills. But it ends up being terrible because I could have just kept. See right here, I didn't even notice, but they all spawned gold on me. Like I had the right idea, but I didn't really consider that I didn't have the callouts, but I didn't really consider that they're all gonna be there. So I probably should just try to run away bottom middle, or just try to hide gold 1 and make them chase me down, and try to get a melee before I died.
I'm gonna die. Okay, watch out. I got him. Blue fence, sweet.
But regardless, we're winning the beginning of this game here because of plays of spawning them all in one section of the map, one quadrant, that being gold. Those are really good shots on Goki right there on this server. Pretty good shots across map. Kyle finished the kill. See how that guy shoots me twice, and I predict him gonna nade me, and I just drop down to try to dodge it right away, and I know I have help, so I'm definitely trying to jump out and double team it with my teammate. But my main idea is, since he had the first shot, I'm not gonna try to fight him to the death individually at all. I'm just gonna try to stay alive.
I'm here.
And then see, we just get free kills on them chasing other people down on my team. That's how it works when they all spawn at the same spot on amp.
Go two of them.
Looking. I got shots on Gilky. Gilky's weak. That was weak. Falcon's weak as well. 3 weak over there.
Alright. This is an important play I want to talk about. Probably the most important from the whole game. That I know I see 3 of them, right? And I should have probably hit up behind this wall a little bit longer, but regardless, it's pretty high. It's a pretty good play because I could have predicted them nading me, which they end up doing, and this guy ends up chasing me to get a better angle. So they kind of had both angles cut off, but obviously, listen. Probably one of the most important things that separates amateurs and pros in Halo is math, in terms of fighting the battles that you're going to come out on top when you have more teamwork than the other team. I see 3 guys and I'm by myself. So all I want to do is be a hard kill. All I want to do is not even do damage, but wait for help as long as I can, because I know that if I pop out, I'm going to get shot by 2 guys and not be able to. I'm only going to be able to do 1 shot of damage maximum. 2 maximum if they each shoot me twice and hit every shot and kill me. So that whole time that these guys are trying to kill me, my teammates are just lighting them up. So if I just poked out and try to do damage on those guys when I know there's more than 1, I'll never try to pop out when I know there's more than 1 and try to do damage unless I have to. But what ends up happening is Elamite ends up cleaning up all the kills right there, and they go 3 for 1. That's a +2 for us right there. Ends up working out. +4 right there. And then they're spawning bad, and we're spawn killing them, which is also amazing. This is another good spot to be in on the map when they're spawning up in the bases, top middle. You can just get shots down and then just run away. You don't have to push them or whatever. Just make them shoot you off their spawn and just run away after and just try to get your shields back to pink or gold, or maybe to a base as well. That kid spawns and just flies at me, which is a pretty good play, but yeah, we clean him up so it works out. I spawn pink 1 here, and usually you want to think about trying to get to the corner of the base in pink as soon as you can to try to stay alive. You don't want to spawn your whole teammates at pink on this map because it's kind of out in the open and you don't really have like cover to be able to move around and kill people. So got to consider trying to get control of like a pink tower and nade a base as soon as you can.
In the box.
Right here.
In the box, one hit.
One hit,
I got
P3,
you,
guys.
I got him, Aaron.
Yeah, it's not sure.
Front,
Stop.
front, front, on the couch, weak.
He's going.
One bottom mid, he went bottom mid.
Yolks blue, pink. Yolks pink, weak.
Wait, wait, Sam, got one.
Two pink, weak.
Anytime you're spawning, I want to add a comment here. Anytime you're spawning in a base and you know they're going to be in your base, try to pick a one-on-one as soon as you can and put your back to other people, or just literally drop down and stay alive. You don't want to be getting lit up as soon as you spawn. You want to be trying to get buy time for your teammates to spawn and try to buy time so you're not getting double teamed right off your spawn. So a lot of times the play is when you spawn top of the base and you know that you're going to spawn with them, you just drop down, throw a nade as you drop down under the base and stay alive. Make sense? And then try to get into like try to pre-nade somebody and get into a one-on-one.
I got two, I got two.
Pink, blue window.
On the car on me.
Yeah, blue, pink.
I got a whack, I got a whack. Absolute blue car in the box. In the car box.
I got a really good nade on Save there and ended up finishing him off. See, kind of going for a one-on-one as soon as possible. There's not really an escape route there.
I died from red 2. I got spawned on red 2.
Red couch, red couch.
Catch side. Top center.
Multiple guys red 2. Multiple guys red 2 and red P. All of them red 2 and red P. Boo-boo's one hit.
One hit Gilky, top base. And pink, gold one in top base, weak.
That was a pretty good play. It ended up working out. We're up by 9 here. I think this ends up being a close game, so we'll see what happens.
I got him, I got him.
One hit couch right there.
Probably shouldn't have tried to challenge that guy as much as I did. Seeing how I had a teammate there, I probably should have just tried to get 3 into him. He had good shots, but probably just should have jumped in front of the base over here and strafed in front of the base to stay alive because neighbor could have probably finished him right there, Ogre Cobb, without me dying, and I could have got my shields back. So that was a bad death.
Go sweet. Go three.
The other comment I want to make about gameplay is that like you got to understand that, you know, when you go for a one-on-one and you end up trading with the guy in terms of you melee each other, two-shot melee each other, and they two-shot melee you, that's a pretty good. Obviously, it's a net neutral play, and you traded. But the thing is, if you get a guy weak and you die to him, but your teammate easily finishes him and has room to like do more damage on the map and like a higher probability to get another kill, that's also the same thing as trading with the guy, because you're just cleaning the guy off, no shields, and now your teammate can move on and have a greater probability, or at least the same probability of winning another battle and getting another kill. So if you die but still your teammates pick them up, it's basically the same thing as a trade.
Get a base, go to red, go to red.
One hit foul. Top
Weak
middle.
top center, boo-boo. Weak top center, boo-boo.
Gilky's weak, gold two.
I got naded out. Boo-boo never died.
And two guys red gold and gold
Okay,
two.
don't get sloppy, don't get sloppy. We need to live, we need to
Dude,
live.
we're bottom in here and things get really weird. Spawns are everywhere.
One shot, boo-boo on the couch. One shot on my side.
I don't know how it doesn't really work out as well as it could have.
Pink tower.
Anytime you spawn in the base and you know the spawn's gonna be crazy, you get up to that pink tower, it's gonna be pretty good.
Going back to pink. Double back to go.
Red 2 on me.
Jason is weak.
Red 2 on me, weak foul. Red 2, one shot, Falcade, going car. Rick, Falcade's one shot, red car, jumping out.
Blue pink.
Yeah.
Sad.
Fuck. Okay, so guys right.
See, Gilky, you see it right here. Gilky makes a good play by spawning and getting up there and doing circles. They end up spawning on me, and we had to chase them down, and they end up getting 2 for 1 right there, which is a net positive for them. So it's smart to be able to get up in these like top pink addicts and stuff when you're spawning up as soon as you can, because the other team might spawn in that same base as you, and you'll have the advantage on them.
Red two. Step side.
Red car again, guys.
I'm looking car. Don't die.
I'm coming to help you.
Falcade's red car, I'm living.
Oh, they're pink tower.
And red 2 weak, sap front red, red
We have
weak.
3 guys at gold here. Kyle
They're gold.
I
Go.
got nailed on the couch.
probably should have went more towards gold 1 and tried to stay alive there, because you know he's vulnerable, but
I'll get you. I live.
it's alright.
And gold two. And
they're
they're
pink.
pink.
Aaron, front of the base. One hit. One shot, car one. Go in front of the base, Aaron, on the couch. Sab.
Check gold one. Check gold one.
Sab's one hit on the couch. Nice,
three,
do that.
gold
I'm making
three.
gold 3. Gold 3's got shots. I'm dying from red
Right
2.
here.
Gold 3, one hit. Gilk.
One shot. Red
One shot,
two.
gold.
Right here, I should have tried. That guy was shooting somebody, and I heard it. I should have tried to push him right away, but I thought he would just look down on me and be able to like 2-shot me because I was weak, and I wanted to wait until I got all my shields to fight him. But since he was shooting my teammate and he didn't really know where I was, I probably should have jumped up on him as soon as I could. So that was a mistake, but yeah. It ends up not really working out here. I try to chase this guy and he just runs. I couldn't melee him.
One shot on this couch.
Well, we finish him anyway, so it's almost like a trade, but Kyle dies for it.
Oh no.
Can't die.
Push out.
I'm with you,
Big
Aaron.
one,
I'm with
two
you,
a
Aaron.
pink,
Let's
two a
go.
pink.
I'm here, I'm here. I'm here, Aaron.
Falcated, one shot.
Man.
Watch out for the base. Gilkeys, watch out for the base.
Yeah, I think
Turn
this is
Mason.
it here.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
try to stay
Nice.
alive. Yeah, see, I
Dude,
didn't
just
even
like
get.
8 deaths in a row at the end of that game. I started.
I didn't give him any free kills there at the end. I'd say overall I played the game pretty well, but the main thing I wanted to point out from this game is like when you spawn in a base, try to get on top of that pink tower, go pink 3, or go to gold 2 or gold 3 as soon as you can. Don't just sit in the base and shoot all the time. You don't want to sit from the middle of the base, the level 2 of the base. You either want to get on top and do damage so you can back down and be, in a position where they have to nade you, or go into the base and get your shields back. You don't want to just be shooting from top of the base because your vantage points aren't very good, your angles aren't very good, and you're not going to get a lot of kills from there. You're going to get kills from top the pink attic when they spawn underneath you, or when you're at gold and you're going to push a base and they're spawning in that base. So that's mainly how you want to play that map.
So, could not get
Something.
I think I end up going
so much.
see 10, 17, and 12. It's not terrible stats, but as a team we had a lot of good assists, a lot of assists, and we ended up winning because probably because of that. Probably could have won by more that game if some small mistakes didn't happen, but overall it's a pretty good game. Yo, what up, everybody? I'm back. I'm looking at the chat now. Yo, Unreal's BS. What's good, dude? I got you. I like that, Jay. I like that. Dream. I believe. I need to upload it right now. What do you do? Another Zony? Yeah, dude. I have to. See, my brother was talking about. I was talking about ideas like. Don't want to just go onto a custom game and run around and tell people what routes I'd like to take depending on what. If I do that, it's going to be really take a long time because I have to explain I have to explain how many dead in each situation and why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get very wordy if I try to do that. I'm going to have to talk a lot and it might be kind of hard to follow, Or do I just commentate? Yo, by the way, RQK, thank you for being here, man. Hello, bro. Appreciate you being here. Or do I just commentate gameplays where I play decent, get pretty good high-level gameplays, and just try to talk about why I did what I did or whatever? Or maybe, obviously, the option is to do reviews of other people that are playing and try to commentate on what I like to do. But I think. You see what I'm saying? Should I do a gameplay? Should I do reviews of my own gameplay, or should I just do custom? I don't think custom game reviews makes as much sense. Even though it's kind of more technical, more advanced to get into how setups work, and it's kind of stuff I used to talk about with my teammates when we were a team and we were trying to get better at the maps. You just go into customs and talk about stuff. But I'm gonna do more. I thought that went pretty well. That gameplay commentary. I mean, did say.